But I guess the difficulty in preaching about these two sacraments comes from the very fact that there's no one here present other than the priests and seminarians. And this difficulty of preaching about these sacraments in light of these circumstances reveals something profound, not only to me, but I hope to you as well, watching from your homes. It reveals to me the very nature of these sacraments, that they are for God's people, that they are for his flock, that in essence they are for you, listening. These sacraments are God's insatiable desire to be with you. On the night before he was to suffer and die, he instituted these two sacraments for the sole purpose of bringing you closer to himself, so that you can live eternally with him in complete bliss and happiness. God is such a noble and thoughtful lover. Knowing he was about to be separated physically from his friends, he instituted these sacraments so that he could not only remain with them in their lifetime here on earth, but to also encounter us. He thought of us, even though we had not yet come to existence. Jesus simply cannot imagine an eternity without us, and he created us for the sole purpose of abiding with him, of communing with him. And while for him there is no past, present, or future, he wants no time to be wasted for us to begin an eternity with him even now. These two sacraments, that of the priesthood and that of the Eucharist, are essentially God's love becoming flesh, so that we may encounter him and love him in the utmost personal way. We do encounter the Lord spiritually through our prayer, yes. But as you have probably come to experience in the past few days with social distancing, we very much need a personal and physical closeness to others, and especially to God himself. And the God who made us, the same God who tonight institutes these sacraments, especially that of the Eucharist, for the sole purpose of allowing us to enjoy his friendship while we make our pilgrimage to our true home. In a certain sense, our friendship with the Lord is currently perhaps on long-distance terms. But just like a natural friendship that grows and is purified by the difficulties of distance, this time, in these circumstances that the Lord allows us to go through, may serve us well to be purified by this longing, and yes, even by this ache to be united with the Lord's presence in the Eucharist. And that is something profound to keep in mind. That the ache that we may feel from not being able to be physically present at this altar is a healing pain. Because this pain, and even perhaps confusion, should bring about a greater love and appreciation for our Lord in the Eucharist. It is no secret that in our times, the Eucharist has been mistreated and abused on so many occasions. It is also no secret that so many Catholics don't believe in the real presence of Jesus Christ in the Blessed Sacraments. And so, perhaps the wisdom in God's plan in all of this for the Church is that the fruit of this purifying pain in these days will stir within us not only a greater hunger, but also a greater love and reverence for our most beloved friend, Jesus Christ, truly present in the Eucharist. So much so that when we are able to gather around this altar once again, we may, by our love and actions, witness to our fellow Catholics and ultimately to the world that indeed this is the Lord, that indeed this is not symbolically blessed bread, or that is just some means of making people feel welcomed in a church, but that this is God himself, the creator of the cosmos and the atom, who deserves our worship and yet longs for our friendship. It seems as if the Lord took our Lent into his own hands this year and has begun to purify our hearts and purify our love for him. May that love for Jesus in the Eucharist radiate to those who do not know him, to those who do not love him, to those who do not believe in him, to those who do not hope in him, and to those who do not adore him.